Yeah, 1555 to headquarters, you already know. Pull up and get the drop kick.
What that do though?
Aye. No fair ones about the squadron. Solid F's, baby. 50 shades of 8.
My keys, Mike.
In 2015, a Wichita artist did something very few have done with the debut street album. Respect Over Skrill Every Time, or Rose for short, featured West Coast stars Messy Marv, Jay Diggs, Jay Maculus, and the great Yuck Mouth, to name a few. It also came with one of the most recognized songs in Wichita by an artist entitled No Matter Where We Go. In this album, this artist bridged the gap from the Midwest city of Wichita, Kansas, all the way to the Golden State. With similarities to the West Coast Bay Area sound of rap, the mob sound of Wichita became validated with this artist leading the charge. In 2017, after the release of Hand on the Book, he released what would become the local classic 50 Shades of 80. This album would be his defining moment and make Solid Records CEO and lead artist EIGHTO a household name. With the laid-back ladies track Honey Love all the way to the street banger Suwoo, this was an album for the books. He followed up with Summertime with 80 that same year and teamed up with emerging star YBM Smooth to make another classic single called Joe Dirt. But it would be the end of 2018 that EIGHTO did things a little different. It would be the most complete defining project of his career. No more features, no cosigns, just pure rap. EIGHTO stood on his own 10 toes to give the city a complete masterclass in mob music rap. On this debut episode from the I'm Kinda Famous Network and From the Ground Up, this new podcast, we team up with artists to dissect track by track their latest musical effort. Today, we sit down with EIGHTO to break down his recent release, OMERTA, that can be found on Spotify, iTunes, and wherever you listen and stream music. Welcome to the new podcast, Track Record.
Eagle eye, keep the muzzle flaming. I'm a G now, got the car to get them pups banging. My bedroom, the kitchen, gotta keep them stoves lit. Lot my niggas die, so I'm tripping off that old shit.
Yeah, we back at it.
We here. New podcast from the ground up. Not from the ground up. I'm Kinda Famous Network, as well as from the ground up. I'm slipping all over my word.
Straight up.
This is my new show called Track Record. Basically, like we said in the intro, it's about breaking down an album. Basically, I sit back, listen to the album, and I digest it, and we come and talk about it, kind of on some artist studio type shit.
Most definitely.
So we up in Polly's Production Studio here at 1119 West Douglas. We're in Studio B. Polly's Production is one of the best, if not the best studio in Wichita to come record. It doesn't matter what the genre is, but he has set up Studio B to be like the podcast studio. So you can get a 2-hour block for $35. If you need a room to come record the podcast, they got great sound, great design. You can get the video going, $35. But if you need a whole setup for for 2 hours, $50. Straight up. If you got a podcast setup, recording setup, you want to do your audio book, whatever, 2 hours for $50. That's a steal.
Holla at Polly.
316-613-3755 or come down to 1119 West Douglas.
Straight up.
All right. We got EIGHTO in the building.
Easy.
We gotta act like this is brand new.
we back at it. Ain't no thing.
So EIGHTO, you drop OMERTA.
OMERTA.
How you come up with the name for this project?
That's mafia style. You know, the description for that is don't speak to law enforcement, anything like that. You know what I mean?
What made you wanna name the project OMERTA though?
Basically, like, you know, everything around the mob music, you know what I'm saying? So I really never, because at the time when I was doing other projects, that was different meanings at that time. And I never, even though everything that's been with us been mob music, I never stuck it to nothing that, you know, real mafia term. And I felt like at that time, it was a lot of that going on. You know, a lot of the, you know, I'm seeing the documents, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I just, you know, wanted to reach that out there. you know, in an underneath way.
Now, before we get too far into talking about the project, why don't you talk about the writing going into it? Like, you know, when you started to write for this project, talk about that a little bit.
Okay, you mean like where I was writing it at, or like how it came to me?
How it started to come to you?
Well,
it's time for you to make a new project, so
yeah.
then you want to say, okay,
Yeah.
now it's time to start pinning some things together.
Yeah, just like with that project, I ain't gonna lie, I set it up like I did like 70% of that project in Atlanta at 420 Studios. Shout out Bodies on the boards, my mans, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did like usually in projects I try to bounce around a lot of studios and, you know, get a different, you know, feel, you know, for the project itself. But like that project, I was just like straight one way thing, you know. So I had already set it up in the beginning, like shit, I'm about to jump on the plane, probably finna write like 3 of them on the plane, you know, get some soul food, one of them good spots.
Yeah.
You know, track you out back in the hood, back home, hit a couple spots, cause you know, every time you touch, I'm telling a story. So all my music's basically telling a story. So every time I touch somewhere, it's a meaning behind it. So I tell that story about, you know, the situation at hand, you know.
What was the first song that you wrote for OMERTA? And did it even make the project?
Man, the first one that I wrote, I want to say Soul Food, but I know that's not it. I want to say Soul Food, but I know that's not the first one that I wrote for it. I think the first one I wrote for that was Remain the Same. Yeah.
Remain the Same.
Yep, because we shot a video right after that. Yep, it was Remain the Same. So yeah.
What is your writing process like? How do you you know, how do you come up with a theme? Is it the beat? Is it saying, okay, I want to make a song about this?
Yeah.
Well,
first I skim through some beats, shuffle through some beats and shit, and it gotta grab me. So once I hear something and it grabs me, it instantly starts coming out of me like, okay, I got something for that. Like, you know, that's how my writing situation is. I used to pull out the pad. Now, you know, we fuck with the phones. Ain't got time. The pad ain't always around sometimes. So when it's hitting me, I'd rather just jot it down on the phone, you know, jot it down, you know.
Right.
It don't take long, you know.
How long it take you to write a song? When you know it's
bro,
fire.
That's crazy. When it just come to me like that, bro, I write a 16 in 15 minutes. And then, you know, now I used to write 3 16s or have a feature in there. Now it's like two 16s. The songs done shortened down nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
So now if I do a full song by myself, what is that? 2 hooks, 2 verses. So it's like a whole song, 45 minutes. Yeah.
See, and that's one like thing about this project that I noticed. There's a lot of you know, if you come from a certain era, you want to make that 4 or 5 minute song, roughly 3.5 to 4.
Yeah.
But what you got is a lot of really good songs, and it's condensed enough to be on target with what everyone's doing now.
Yeah.
But it's still long enough where you can kind of eat at it a little bit. Because now a lot of songs now is so short that you really don't ever get into it, and once you get into it, it's already over. So you feel empty.
Yeah. I was gonna say, shout out my boy Keith, man. Plainview Keith, boy, he'll give you 15 seconds. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cut. But you know, we was in the studio one time, he was hollering at me about that, like, that's the new wave, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's something that they fuck with, you know.
It's
back
a
to
weird
back,
way.
they go up. Yeah, it's kind of like, I think it's like being a DJ without the DJ being there. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, so it's kind of like a set where you like get them hype and then get to the next one, get them hype, get to the next one. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
That's a
I don't know what they do it for. Yeah,
that's a
it's
deep
crazy.
Conversation.
We gotta have Keith here so he can explain it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got a whole theory, but we'll do that on the I'm Kind of Famous podcast.
Yeah.
But so OMERTA, it's 10 tracks, no features. Any reason why you didn't put any features on it? Or did you even want features?
I really at first, I ain't gonna lie, like at first I wanted a couple features on there, and then at the end of the day, like I said, I was going to Atlanta. I mean, it ain't nothing to shoot it, but it just kind of just ended up being a self project. You know, I always do projects and join people in at that time. I feel like it's working hard enough or, you know, at the same pace. But at that time, I was just like, man, I'm going to take this one to the neck.
Mm. Was there a moment as you was collecting these songs and arranging them where you was like, shit, I should have gone ahead and got a feature on this song?
Yeah, I heard a couple songs and I heard some voices on there.
Mm-hmm.
I always do that.
Yeah.
And then the song gets so good to me, not to be selfish, but the song gets so good to me. Like I said, every song on this project was like 2 verses. Yeah. So it's like, if it was one of them Rose projects, I would have did 2 verses and then had a 3rd verse available for whoever I felt fitted.
Yeah.
But this project, like, it was a fast project. So I was like, man, let me get it done, you know, straight to the neck.
Well, how long did it take you to make it from start to finish?
Project?
Yeah.
It don't take me long. It's all on me. Like, bro, I it's crazy. Like, if I do my work ethic, like I do it without all the other entrepreneur shit going on, like,
yeah,
I can knock out 2 projects a month. You know what I mean?
How long was OMERTA? How long did this take?
OMERTA, man, I think OMERTA dragged like 2-3 months. Yeah, cause it was that the ending of it, the finalizing of it. I went to Atlanta, then I came back, shot the Ruiner Labs. I knocked out like the last 2 joints there, and that's all it really was, you know. Cause when you land, you got business to handle. So it's like, man, let me knock this out real quick. And it's just like that. You know what I mean? When I say let me knock this out, it just go just like that.
There we go. So we're going to talk about the first song on OMERTA. But first, People Collectors. Make sure you get a People Collector over at arrowfilms.com. And you know, I rock the gear.
Flaming that joint hard too.
Arrowfilms.com, or you can go to Kinda Famous Podcast on Facebook, or the Kinda Famous podcast.com, and you can order your own People
Collector. What's that logo right there in the middle?
This right here, that's that People Collector.
Okay,
too.
So it's like the Bone Collector.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the People Collector.
I feel you, but I see the Skeletor on there.
Yeah,
and shit.
Yeah, you know, it's
that's what's up.
Well,
that's
see, this is a cannibal. So cannibals people collect. So
he alive then. He eating motherfuckers.
Yeah. So that's the main logo. You can get the logo.
All the people in this edit. Yeah.
You get the shield or you can get the spell out.
Straight up.
So we got the shirts on there as well. So go over to it. We got a shop coming up, so look for that as well.
That's dope.
Now, OMERTA, the first song is Soul Food. What talk to me about the title and the process of that song coming together.
That's one that grabbed me right when I heard it. Didn't take me long. It's a song that grabbed me. The reason why I named it Soul Food was basically because of the stuff I was speaking on in there and the people I was speaking about kind of touched me. You know what I'm saying? Like real life events. I didn't just lay it all on the table, but the feel that I had writing that song, and it was just one of them, you know, when you kind of like reminiscing.
Yeah.
You know, when you in the dark spot reminiscing, it was kind of like that, you know, but at the same time, happy to be here. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was one of them, and you know, it's just for the soul, you know, for the people that felt it, and I think that's what they would get out of it, you know, like, oh, he named that right, you know, that kind of touched me, you know.
And you started the whole project with this one.
Yeah. Who got stamps around the 4th? I'm trying to stuff the fridge, you know what I'm saying? That type shit. I know a lot of people can relate to that.
So one of the bars, speaking of a lyric, hate your own failure, why I hate success.
Most definitely.
Tell me about that bar. That I mean, because that was, you talk about someone feeling in the soul. There is something about, because it continues, when your blessings come around, you hold them to your chest. So I want you to explain that bar, but what's dope about it is that is pretty much the essence of a lot of people, is like they kind of don't take accountability for the reasons things aren't working out for them.
Right.
So they'll blame someone else for it, instead of kind of taking it and say, I need to be responsible for this situation.
That's what I was going to get to, the discipline part. I mean, it's hard to be disciplined, but what I take out of that whole thing is when blessings come around, it's your responsibility to hold that close. I can't hold your blessings close for you, you know? So if I'm over here holding mine and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do with them, why can't you do the same? And if you ain't doing the same, it's not my responsibility to do it for you. So why get mad at me when you come back around? You done tricked yours off, and then I come back and you come around here like you still holding on to yours. What's up, nigga? Where's some of mine?
Right.
You know, and it's like, hold on, man. we was at the same time at the same place. And you received yours maybe in a little different way, but you was supposed to take action to that. And I feel like I was disciplined enough to be like, I'm a hold these. I ain't gonna be flamboyant with it. I'm not gonna be, putting it in nobody's face or nothing like that. But I'm gonna hold these, and the people show the people after me that's looking up a different way to do things. You know what I'm saying? With their blessings,
right?
In a more humble way, or however you take it. Yeah.
Now sometimes rappers kind of along, just as being a writer, there's certain bars that you come up with like in the moment, and then you just jot it down. You don't put it on nothing. You just put it to the side. That bar felt like one that was in the tuck. Was it one that kind of came with the writing, or
it just came with the with the feeling at that time? Like, I try to keep energy level positive. Positive is expected, but sometimes you just like, even though you're a positive person, but you have, you see this on the side going on. It ain't positive. It's negative.
Right.
Yeah. So to me, it's just like basically. The positivity wasn't outweighing the negative at the time. Even though I was able to move along with it, it wasn't weighing out. And it's like, damn, I had to speak on it because I was feeling like that. Like, damn, like back up with the negativity.
Yeah.
Let's upbring some shit around here. Like, and I just seen a lot of it flooding. You look on the internet, negativity.
Yeah.
You on the block, negativity. You at the function, negativity. It's like, hold on, man, but stay positive through it all. That's for everybody. Stay positive through it all. You gonna love that.
So kind of late in the project, you was feeling some of this like negative energy that was just, or was this always throughout it?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like skating around it. Like, it sucks when you go somewhere and then you like jump off and they in the same predicaments as what's going on in your city. Everybody trying to get out. And then this group of people over here in this whole other city, they kind of like still like feeding each other, helping each other out. Not in a financial way,
right?
But like just, keeping each other fed, like with food, brain food, whatever it is. Hey, bro, chin up. You know what I'm saying? And then you get back home and it's kind of like everybody kind of like bowing each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I meant by that.
Okay. And that was, like in essence, going to other places and coming back and seeing like, yo, what was this energy about?
Yeah, but everybody, maybe I wasn't at the place there where the energy was like that.
Right.
And, I was grateful enough to be around some people that was, very enlightening. You know what I'm saying? But and nothing against my city, because we got some times around here where it's just, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's the love, everybody owns something. But yeah, that's kind of like where I was getting at with that.
Track 2, Born to Mac. Now, man, Born to Mac sounds like that's very Bay to me. Like, it has that, when I heard it, because some of the instrumentation on that got that real Drew Down feel, that Messy Marv.
Yeah.
Like I said, G Perico as well.
Yeah.
It is, how did you come to even getting that beat, and then was that one that you was like, yeah, I got to snap on this?
Yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't like host that project as an album. Because honestly, that was a YG and Nipsey. Somebody remade the beat, but it was what's in my Benz, in a Benz. It's called Benz. I think Slim 400 was on there. But really, we just remixed the joint and came with it. You know what I'm saying? My own flavor.
Yeah. Now, so you heard the original song before?
Yeah, way before that, it was YG and them, and then, like I said, it was kind of, OMERTA was like a mixtape project, street album.
Yeah.
What we call it. Yeah, it was like a street album.
So with that in your thinking, was that one like, okay, I need to rap on this so it feels on par with the original version that was out, or was you like, I'm in my own zone? Like, talk about kind of hearing that original version, then deciding I want to remake it and put it on this project.
Talk about hearing it at first.
Yeah, and then you hearing it and you deciding I need to jump on this beat as well.
Okay, well, it really wasn't one of those type of feels. Like I said, it wasn't like, sometimes during a mixtape, you'll hear like a Drake or something like that be like, man, I eat that beat.
Yeah.
Bring it, download it real quick. This was more like later on. I really wasn't thinking about that song at the time, but you know, running through beats and everything, somebody had actually reproduced the beat. So, but I did get that feel like, that's that YG joint. But I was like, did my own thing with it.
Now the next song, track 4. It's an Easter egg on this to me. I'm gonna see what you say about it.
Okay.
But Den of Thieves freestyle.
Den of Thieves.
No hook.
No hook.
How'd that come together?
Well, it came together because Den of Thieves was actually, you know, I try to get a no hook in on the projects like 50 Shades of 8. I think that was that 4 Minutes of Funk. One of my biggest joints. That's what I was applying with that song at first. You know, Den of Thieves. I was going to really damn near name it 4 Minutes of Funk Part 2. Yeah. But then after I spit it, I'm like, that ain't really 4 Minutes of Funk, but it's the same feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, same concept. But like the Den of Thieves, of course the movie Den of Thieves had came out at that time.
Okay.
I was checking that out in the studio, matter of fact, with Curtis Jackson.
That's easy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it was just like at that time, a couple of my partners was around and shit. I just was looking around. You know, they was talking about they shit, you know, gangster shit, whatever. Yeah. And it was just like, man, I'm in the Den of Thieves right now. You know what I mean? And I was jotting it down. I didn't even finish the whole joint right there, but I had started it. I just followed up with the concept, Den of Thieves. You know, that's crooked right there.
Now, you know, because this is what got me when I heard it. You know that's a Spice One record.
Yeah. And that America's Nightmare. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, because I knew it because, of course, me and SC put that together. But until you said that, I wasn't even thinking to go there with the Spice.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this motherfucker is really doing
that was
this
that
shit.
187 Proof.
100%.
Yeah. He talked about all the alcohols chasing each other.
Right.
Officer Martini wiped up the body, all of that.
I mean,
boy, you know you shit, man. And you from Texas?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
you from the Bay, man. For real.
Well, that's the funny thing you say that is you know, I mean, the era I'm born in where I was listening to music,
that shit was rocking everywhere.
Yeah, West Coast was really influential down south because the swag and the energy and everything. And Master P kind of helped make that happen. So
and Lil Kiki, man. Shit.
And where that boom bap kind of rap from the East Coast wasn't really a thing for the South. So America's Nightmare was the first Spice One the first Spice One album I ever heard.
Is that the one Pac was on? Jealous Got Me Strapped? Nah, it wasn't on that.
Nah, I think, man, I can. You don't
remember that joint?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But that's before I even knew who Pac was for real.
Spice One?
Yeah,
dope. That's dope. Shout out Spice One.
And so that part when I heard that song, Den of Thieves, I was like,
he said,
"What
"Hey,
the
crazy
fuck is that?"
Yeah, you heard that.
And so I went back. I went and started looking. I know it's something. Spice One something. And I found. I was like, this motherfucker knows. Like I'm like, y'all set up and really got snatched the Spice One and came up with it. So
really did.
That shit was hard. That's one. That's why I gotta talk about that.
And that was one of the most creative tracks. As simple as it sounds, it was one of the most creative tracks because I'm sitting there and I'm just hearing all this shit. Me and SC producing it, and I said, bro, I need it. I you know how them old school DJs.
Yeah.
Did you hear that shit in there? So I say, and SC went and found it like 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole you heard the DJ in there and all that. I said, man, that's dope. So that was a creative moment for me. Like the turnout of that session was one of the good ones.
And that's what kept throwing me too, as well as like SC Trill produced it. And
man, when we get together, come on, bro.
That's
a stamp, bro.
Yeah, and
shout out SC.
And how he, you know, organized or arranged those samples together. That shit was crazy. And then,
man,
of course, you know
what's
shit.
crazy when me and SC had first started getting down on them joints. That was our first approach, me and him. I love samples. He really wasn't into them at that time, but it's crazy. Like I brought it to the table. He like, shit, hey, anything possible type attitude. Like, I ain't really into that, but let me see what I can do. And it's crazy. Yeah. Like, people start hearing it. Who did that? They couldn't believe it was him at first.
Now
he nailed it like the first session.
And you know Trill does that was like 2014. Like magic.
Yeah, that was like 2014. We had hooked up. Yeah. Me, him, Montana YG. He had the studio. He had his own studio. I think that was off 2-1. Yeah, SC had a studio over there. We was going up in there when we first like started getting professional. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My man's.
Track 5. You know track 5? Shout out to the bitches.
Shout out to the bitches.
No interruptions.
No interruptions, man.
That was
that's that bang.
That's the crazy way to start the song.
Yeah.
Shout out to the bitches.
Easy.
And everyone's like,
come on,
sure.
Man, for sure.
Shout out to the bitches.
Yeah. You gotta mean that shit. You can't see that's the difference when you just saying it to be saying it, you gotta mean it. Like no disrespect.
Yeah.
Y'all know what's up. Yeah.
Now I've watched you perform this and that it takes the room.
Yeah,
it's so smooth that they go with it, even the way that you start the verses.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? We ain't gonna put it right there, but that's what I'm getting out of it.
No,
it's taking its take.
Yeah, it's like it's very similar to Honey Love in the sense that you got the two samples.
Right.
Riding the R&B and you just kind of ride the track and the women fucking love it. Not just the women. Everybody like this song.
Yeah, my player partners too.
Yeah, they with
That's something to scoop the ice cream up too, you know? For real.
And you got the lyric, panties don't match the bra. That shit.
Damn.
They know it.
Some ghetto shit.
Real niggas know that one.
Real niggas know.
They know that one.
Ghetto. That's that ghetto love.
This is one of those more visual songs you got. When you write a song for females, do you feel like it has to be more visual? Like, what's your approach to it?
Yeah, you gotta. Females love the game. They whether they want to admit it or not, they love the game, the give and take. So when you could write something down for them to vision, it goes word for word. Like, they can relate to it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like, a bitch gonna say, yeah, go in there and hook it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say they can relate to that because they do that, versus just giving a bride one of them machine gun just tracks. It's like, damn, slow it up or shoot me in it somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And not only that, the song, just like Honey Love, but No Interruptions also has that grown-up feel to it.
Yeah.
It's not like...
the cameo turn up.
Yeah, it's not like Pretty Ricky. It's like
Grub and Groove. It's grown
shit.
woman shit. Yeah.
We
getting older, man. Shit, I'm an 80s baby.
Shit. That's where it come from.
Yeah, I'm an 80s baby.
So tell me this then. What's the ideal female for EIGHTO?
Ideal female?
Yeah. Let's put that Miss Potato Heads together. What do you got?
Hey, put the potato head. I like for one, I don't like control. You don't want to play them type of games. You don't want control. I don't like control. Cook, definitely cook.
They don't cook no more.
They don't. Hey, they can't be around me with that bullshit. Yeah. But nah, cook, clean. Ah, man, clean. Clean is a big one, bro.
Being clean. All right.
Gonna be clean before me and gonna be clean after me.
Right.
If given.
Yeah.
Just like, nigga, I don't care if you here or not. This shit gonna be clean.
Yeah.
You got the ones you there, it's clean, and then you leave. Like, damn, homie done slid through there. That bitch depressed, dog. Like, that shit wasn't looking like you was talking about it. Damn, no shit. Like, yeah, she a little depressed over there.
Yeah.
Shit piled up everywhere, but yeah. Dishes and shit. She ain't cooked since you left. Yeah, so she ain't washed them motherfuckers. But yeah, you gotta be clean before and after.
Right.
Yeah. And intelligent. Know how to correct a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. But yeah, know how to correct.
Yeah.
The man itself. Be there for the man, his mind. Respect his space, respect his mind.
Right.
Because, sometimes females get it twisted. Like, they think A man has to think, especially an entrepreneur. A man has to think. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's a lot of his time goes to that. And you gotta know the woman too. You gotta set stuff aside to be able to caress her needs as well.
Right.
But like certain times when it's hitting hard, like massage that. You know, it's great for the woman to massage the situation because the outcome gonna be even greater. You know what I mean?
Right. Especially working
It
as
take
a team.
a lot of them hard to realize how the process. Man, that could be a long process. It ain't like the movies. It ain't the next scene.
Nope.
In 2 minutes. You know,
It's
that
not.
movie is showing you 6 months later without saying it. You know what I mean?
Right. Which
Yeah.
came with some work.
Yeah,
Some
it came
work,
with a
some
lot of
build
work,
up.
and that woman was massaging.
Right.
I'm here, baby. You know what I mean? Check it.
What's the worst L you ever took with a woman?
Oh.
Hold on, before we get to that, what's the best look? What's the look for you too? You told me some internals, but what she gotta look like too?
Any look, bro. I don't discriminate, bro. Like, of course, you know, I don't want, you know, certain shit is just like, nah, man, that ain't me. You know, everybody got their preferences, but
What's the body type?
I don't have a certain preference, bro. But they just can't just be just bony as hell, bro. I just
Need some
we
motherfucking,
can't,
some food, some soul food in them.
Yeah, they just can't just be just too bony. We'll work on that. You know what I mean?
Now, what's the worst L you done took off one?
Off of a woman?
Yeah.
A L?
That you done
Bro,
took?
I ain't taking no L, bro.
I mean,
No
you
woman.
gotta ain't no woman ever hurt the heart.
I can't do nah, bro. Like hurt the heart, bro. That's nah, bro. No, I mean stuff there. You go through things like damn. I didn't think. Not even I didn't think.
Give me one of those shockers.
You know what? It ain't, man, bro. I'm not trying to be like that, bro. But you gotta be prepared, bro. I was just taught that at a young age, bro. I grew up around a lot of Max shit, like my uncles and all them. Everybody around me coming up, I seen a lot. I seen a lot of women. I seen a lot of men in that environment that it's like, as a youth, I'm watching them play each other from the back room, like, what? And then they both thinking that they playing each other the whole time. So it's messed up. I don't have any trust issues. And I think that's why I don't have that problem as much, you know, as others. Because I don't come into nothing expecting something, you know, that's bound to happen. You know what I mean? If it's too bad, we can see how we gonna move along from that. But if it's something, it's just something we gonna have to work on. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What's does that make it difficult to like be in a relationship where you can have some long-term trust and like when you know it's a possibility?
Man, I'm just one of them dudes. I'm one of them dudes like this, like, why did we get married type shit? You know what I mean? Like, that's the question. I'm not married or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, like, why? That would be my question. Like, why? What was that about? I believe in partnership in the beginning because a partnership just don't come with love. Partnership comes with respect. I want a business mind frame from the get because without that, without moving strategic, how's we gonna last? How's we gonna be able to celebrate our best times together?
Yeah.
Always scrambling. You know what I'm saying? So what I look for is longevity. Somebody that knows longevity and it's worth it. You know what I mean?
So a female that has shown that she sustained long-term relationships.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I hate them old dick hoppers. I don't know if
Hey, but you know, even the dick hopper, she just ain't been with the right one. And I come from that. Like, I know you can't turn certain ones into a housewife. I understand that, but I'm a firm believer that in a lot of women, it's just a situation where they place themselves at. I mean, I believe every woman is something out there for them. You know what I'm saying? But they got to find themselves first. That's a big thing. They have to find themselves first. You know, I seen Will Smith say that about Jada Pinkett one time. It was the truth. He said, I can't make Jada happy for our relationship to grow. It's not my process to make her happy. Every morning when I wake up, Jada has to wake up happy with herself first.
Yeah.
Before we even click. Before we even say good morning to each other.
Yeah.
You gotta wake up beautiful within yourself. You know, and I gotta do the same.
Right.
And that way both vibes connect. You can't go wrong with that.
That's a gem.
Yeah.
That's a gem. That ain't for this show. I got it. Okay.
Ain't for this. Yeah, we on. Hey.
That's a good one. We're
gonna
have to pull that. We're gonna make that a clip. Track 7, Plug Zone. Now, Plug Zone.
Ooh,
that's my favorite record on here.
Yeah, Free Twana Dunn.
That
We've
was
been down since group homes, you know.
That Plug Zone is that's the moment I listen to this. I listen to OMERTA. That you can listen to Spotify, album music title. Well, I was like, okay, EIGHTO got good beat selection. Because at this point, we 7 songs in and no dud.
Man, I'm doing good, man. Shit,
yeah,
I'm doing good. Yeah, my man's done went through the project. He ain't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I've heard a lot of people say that, but you know,
by the time I get that, and then I go 7 songs in.
Yeah,
this is the best project I done heard in Wichita. Like this is up until that point. I had listened to Wichita Savage.
Oh yeah, that's definitely up there.
I was like, that's a
shout
good
out
one.
YB and Smooth.
And then
100,000 my nigga for sure.
And then I get to this one, and I'm like, okay. Because at first, everyone was like, you gotta link up with EIGHTO. You gotta talk to EIGHTO. You gotta listen to that. And I was like, I don't know, man. I just ain't with this Cali shit like that. And that's all I was hearing out the town. So I was like, I ain't trying to hear it. So then you was pumping it. What's the record? Remain the Same. You had that video.
Yeah.
I said, man, let me see what this shit is.
Yeah.
So I'm playing it, and I'm like, first song, Soul Food, fire. I'm like, okay.
Straight up.
All right. He got one.
Yeah.
But now I let it run because I'm a person. I'm going to let it run all the way through. And we get the Plug Zone. I'm catching the grown-up groove to it. I'm like, this motherfucker got me. And this was like one of the best ones. And one thing about this song, I'm listening to it, and you get to a bar. I'm like, 80 just taught us how to do re-rock. Like you just showed them how
you caught on to that. I don't know if the youth gonna catch on. That era been over with a little bit.
Nah, you know,
you gotta know somebody.
I didn't want to drop the ball on him, but I was like,
you gotta know somebody.
Just showed them how to do it,
man.
And
he went swimming.
I was glad you said that the youth won't catch it because of all the songs, you know, we just talked about No Interruptions, but this is one of the most visual songs on here, where it's just like I think we talked before, where we talked about the authenticity of lyrics. Sometimes someone can claim to be real, do a lot of real looking shit, but when they do them lyrics, there's certain ways that you put shit together. You like, oh, he been through that.
You know, come on, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Talk about Plug Zone.
Plug Zone.
Talk about that. Them visuals, all that building you did on that.
Yeah, shout out my nigga Lil, man. Touch here in a minute, man. The water whipper, you already know. Plug Zone, Free Twana Dunn. Hey, you know that song hit like there's another one. Soul. It's through the soul. It grabbed out of me, took me back to childhood. Anything that take me back then, I always talk about the game. So I felt like that was me on one of the breakdowns. Each project I had one is like strictly for the game, like you said, you know. Let it draw. You know what I mean? If it don't look right, put him back in.
Yeah.
Take him swimming.
Yeah.
Let him drown. Kill him. You know what I mean?
But it also felt like a day in the life too. You know, that song felt like a day.
Take you through the whole shit.
Right. How did that song? What's the writing process? The beat?
Yeah.
It sounded like it was one of the last songs you came up with too.
Yeah, that might be one of the ones I did. I did that at Bodies. Yeah, I did that in Atlanta. I did that. The writing, I mean, basically the same type of shit, bro. Just to be honest, like.
But when you came across that beat, you know, you should go through the beats. Did you stop and say, I gotta do this and finish this?
It was screaming at me too. Man, riding down the street. It was one of the ones, you know, when you get in the car, after you win, when you get in the car after a W, you one of them joints come on and you crank it up, the song sound better to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's one of them, like after a win, it's screaming at you. You know, Plug Zone, like you just hit a W. You know what I mean? You just made the game point. So basically that's what it remind me of. Smashing down everything you've been through. damn, you could be here. Some of the ones with you that was with you ain't here no more to see it, and you steadily going after it for you and for the ones. It's like that's what it's like, a victory song to me, you know, of the game. A victory song of the game, you know.
It feel like a secret song because it's so deep in the project. Because like I said, once I got to it, I was like, yo.
Cause you kind of get scared of them songs a little bit. You know, I'm from a small city, big city.
Yeah.
Everything's connected, so it kind of scares you. It's kind of one of them ones you gonna ditch out for, like you said, the ones that know.
Yeah.
Like everybody don't know what you just said. Like, hey, just said this. He just stopped. You know, he threw a whole little script out there. Everybody ain't gonna catch that. So it's one of them ones you want to promote it with the album, but it's like I'm not gonna shove that this is me 100% because people take it the way they want to take it. You know what I mean? But that's for the ones. Shout out to the hustlers.
There we go.
Yeah,
shout out to
that's
the
it.
Like I said, this is my favorite song. That's the one I keep rotating. Actually, I think I played a different record.
Yeah,
I played a different record on my main podcast, but because at that point I'm like, okay, what else he got? Because I go through the catalog. I'm like,
yeah,
this is why I said at this point I knew I made the mistake this whole time by listening to everything else, but because everyone EIGHTO. I'm like, I guess, man, you know. But then you run that project, no features.
I appreciate that, bro. Like, I like that even more because you didn't know me. You wasn't even from my city, nowhere close. You come from way south. You know what I mean? So it's like for you to be like, I don't know, and then for you to rock out with me, and then after that be like, I remember you text me, matter of fact, hey, bro, I just listened to that new project. Shit, dope.
Yeah.
Hit me. Oh, that's dope. You know, I appreciate that. That's make me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some critic, you could have criticized it. You could have said, like you had been doing, I'm not really into that feel of sound right now, but then I'm glad that I can make you think different. You know what I'm saying? That's something in my career that I could clap for. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Applaud up to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we get to track 8, OMERTA, the title track. Old school. I say old school.
That was ground up. That wasn't no scent. That was ground up. SE.
And I say old school because not very often do you get the album song that, you know, the name of the name of the album is a song
on the project.
Right.
I try to do every one like that.
On top of that, this song to me, listen to it sound like a Nipsey record. It felt like OMERTA. It felt like one of those ones that if someone told me if this was Nipsey and you wrote it or Nipsey wrote it for you, I could see these two like connecting. I'm like this dude can, because at this point I just heard Plugs On. Now I'm on a high. I'm like, this motherfucking right like a motherfucker too.
Yeah. You noticed that lyricist?
Yeah.
Storytelling.
Which you know, it's easy in a town like this. It's easy to dismiss because everyone is going for the easy bite, the easy catch, simple bars, nothing with any complexity to it. Like I said, you just gave me the method, the track before we get the OMERTA.
I'm trying to keep the history going, you know?
Right.
Shout out to the ones before me. Basically, that's what I'm doing. I feel like that's my job. Is we got a lot of history to go too. Me, you, other people. We got a lot of history to explain. That's what I want. I want them to know the history before me, before the people before me. Right. And it's like that's the history I want everybody to know because every other place they got history. Look what you said. You said you heard of Spice One before Pac.
Yeah.
Who did you hear before 8? Who did you hear before J Max, Solder Hustle, Bo Peep, Twan Sack? Who did you hear before that? Cause it's a real story though, bro. It ain't none of that bubblegum shit. Like shout out my nigga J Mac. You know, Primrose. He spoke on Primrose, neighborhood projects, Cubans in the alley. That shit nobody knows about around here, but it's from our city.
Right.
Sometimes we get stuck in glorifying other parts that thinking that shit wasn't around here and it was. Like a whole epidemic of that shit, you know? That's what I'm going for.
And on OMERTA, did you know that whatever my title track was gonna be the story giving them some history in the song, or did it just kind of happen and then you named it OMERTA?
The song?
Yeah.
My Mafia. I knew it right when it was jumping. I knew it. Yeah.
And you knew you wanted to put the history in there like that, kind of telling that story.
Yeah. OMERTA. Yeah. There's a lot of OMERTA shit going on, so.
Track 9, Debo. They ain't like that.
They ain't like that.
That's a hard record.
Yeah, I did that with Bodies in Atlanta, 420 Studios. Tap into my nigga Bodies, man. I really don't like giving his handle out like that. You know what I mean? I got my own sound, but in the town I do. But that Debo is one of them like Smooth. How he'll come with the, that he'll come with his body of work, he'll drop gems, and then it's that one like, nigga, I done had enough of you niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no really dislikes. But if you sneaking under the rug, this for you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like that. Cause you got them. You got them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those, one of those beating their asses, or one of them joints. You know
Joe
what I mean?
Dirt.
Yeah, to put it in your face. I'm featuring on that motherfucker.
And I'm glad you said that, because when I was listening to this song, Debo, I was like, this is the record where, like, this is the pocket I actually like hearing you in, where you going just, it's full on aggression. It's just kind of high energy. Yeah. You're getting these bars out. But it's like, it's almost everything built into one, because you got a certain voice that when you, different from when you do like a soul food.
Yeah.
When you got this voice, it's like, that's, oh shit, 80. He's snapping.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones where, that's why I like hearing you, honestly, because I know I almost would like a whole tape like that. But
I thought about that, bro.
But as well, we talked off mic about the Larry Jones, P. Worthy, stuff like that. They get in that sample box too. I think you do that well as well when you catch them samples, like
it's cool.
No Interruptions. I'm like, damn, like he really smooth on that shit too. So it's kind of hard to.
It's kind of hard not to give my people what they love also, and then they love that. It's kind of hard not to give them both. You know what I'm saying? On a project, but it is room for a full project like that.
And what's crazy,
it's room for one.
Is where I say I like this and I like this, and I'm complaining. That's what you gave me on OMERTA. You gave me a mix of both of them.
Right,
so
right.
It's like you never can make anybody happy.
Right.
So you started the album, and then you have the freestyle at the end. But I look at Debo as the true end of this album.
Hey, you ain't lying. That was just kind of like a throw-in to put more time. It was an EP at first, and then EP is extended play. If you make the EP cut, you gotta distribute it as an EP.
Yeah.
The signing is different. The
royalty
payout is different. So it's like, hold on, we gotta get that timing together. At first, it was gonna be EP, but I kind of like put too much into it.
Yeah,
traveling and all that. So I was like, man, that last one was kind of like one I snapped on and was like, throw that on there.
Yeah,
without calling it a bonus. You definitely right about the project. Debo was kind of like in it for me too. It's kind of like that one is just one that's on there. You know what I mean?
So
real shit.
With me looking at that, like the last one, here's the one thing that kind of gets me is most people would start their project with the Debo, and then end it with the soul food. You went the other way. You kind of gave them more of a ride coming in, and then ended on the heavy. Was that a decision you made on purpose?
I felt like soul food was more of an intro. Like my introduction to this album is giving you a vision of laid back, at the same time giving you some game, and telling you a little bit what I've been through, and try to just keep it humble at the same time, instead of just coming out just pumped, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I just tend to do that with a lot of my projects. I mean, I know how to do the rocking shit, just rocking and rocking, but at times, that ain't what I'm about all the time. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite record on here? Favorite record on OMERTA?
Man, that's crazy, bro. Soul Food, is definitely one of my favorites because of I put it on number one, of course. You know, it touched me a little bit the most. But Plug Zone, and then No Interruptions, of course, but that's like taking it there like it's for the ladies, for the players, you know. So yeah, you gotta throw that in there. So yeah, I'm gonna say Soul Food, matter of fact.
Is that the song you would say everyone needs to hear?
No, it ain't.
What's the
it's
one
crazy. That's just
hear?
how I am, bro. I just ain't really just about pleasing everybody with my work.
Yeah.
I feel like in the entertainment, they tell you to do stuff a certain way so you won't turn no heads. But I feel like if you great at what you do, you gonna get it regardless. You know, you gonna get what you need to get out of that project regardless of what the intro is. You know what I mean? You want to make it something now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I kind of dictated the project the way I wanted to, you know. Instead of just saying what do the people want right now. You know what I'm saying? Even though you gotta give them what they want, I was like, this is me. Remember I told you it was like a selfish project.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you consult with anybody before you release a project? Like, do you say, hey, check this out? Does that sound?
Yeah, I mean, since day one, I really always, you know, fucked with the posse on it. Like, you know, if you around, we check it out. I might, you know, bear always skin in and out. Let me hear some of that. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I wanted it to be surprise to the president. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If he wanted to hear, I wanted to be a surprise to everybody.
Yeah.
I want my right hand man to be like, bro, you gotta wait on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hear go once since you was around. Let me hear. But I want him to be able to call me with the feedback that day, like everybody else. Lesson to be like all the way through. It's nothing new to him.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be a surprise
fresh.
to everybody, fresh, because the talk is gonna be fresh.
Right.
So I don't want these certain individuals to be, you know, I already heard that. I want everybody to get that same energy at that same time. You know what I mean? It's like an energy bar.
Now you're an artist that everyone wants to collab with.
Straight up.
Is there anyone local that you haven't worked with that you like? I need to work with them.
It's a lot. It's a lot, man. Like, of course, man. I'm gonna continue to work with the same people. Me and Brody, AD Coley, free him. You already know that. He we got something, the Koch brothers, we supposed to put together when he jump out. He in good health, you know what I mean? Standing up tall, he finna be released. Like the top heads, you know, I done covered Smooth. I really want to get a joint with me and Trey Ball. And then another thing is, it's a lot more I can name, but I see the youth, like you got a lot of them that's still rapping. You got Problems still going for it. MG Problems. You got the Mac and Menaces. You got the Gunna Gangs. You got all of them still going at it. What I would like to do is individually take my time on this next project. That's my thing. Kind of like while I'm getting with the young bulls, while I'm getting with them, explaining to them what they need to be doing for the next step too. Cause ain't nobody telling them, bro. They don't know too much about distribution. They don't know too much about what direction to invest in, what not to do, what to do. You know, about timing, bro. You know, This shit, a lot of this shit where niggas go wrong at, excuse me. A lot of this shit where cats go wrong at is timing, bro. Don't slow up. That ain't it, but timing. Everybody, it's kind of like that thing now. I'm not a follower, you know, so it's like, the Face app. When the Face app.
Right.
Everybody want to be the old man before the next person. You know, I'm the type to be like, man, I got to check that out first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or I might do it 6 months from now. Hey, everybody, here go my old man, in case you didn't see. You know what I'm saying? It's timing, bro. And then you don't want to be crowded. Like,
right, 100%.
I'm not, you know, bro dropped, the 16th? Monday or something? He dropped Monday, I think. That'd be crazy to me I could see myself dropping the day or day before, but I'm not gonna do that. That would crowd. It would be cool if we agreed on that, but I'm not gonna crowd nothing.
Right.
You know, let everybody get their own space. I just feel like it worked better that way. But yeah, like all all the youngsters. That's what I want to do on this project. I want to get a visual of all of them. I want to exposure, and underneath the rug, I want to let them know like I could give you some gems, you know, on how this shit work, how take it to the next level. It's easy because it can get discouraging because the way other people lay it out.
Right.
We come from a city where everybody wants to beat the next man to make $2.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shout out my boy, Baby Wade Neil Unlawful, the whole Unlawful. Shout out. I remember we hooked up. We was sharing information to each other that other cats would try to get over on. Like, no shit, bro. You try to do that to you?
Yeah.
You try to pull a couple out of you like that? Hold on, bro. Let me show you this. And it's like, damn, you own every sense. It ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? It's for the society. It ain't for everybody. But I feel like there's a lot of them out there that need that you know,
well, the information,
that rap seminar.
Like, I like that.
Yeah.
Because the information.
Shout out. I can't stop giving these shout outs, bro. It's needed around here because a lot of people, you know, shout out Rob Wonder. You met him yet?
Where's that?
Rob Wonder. He had One Stop Shop.
Yeah.
He used to be at the flea market and all that.
One Stop. He did this for
Oh,
me.
that's great.
He did the People Collector.
OG in the game. Check it. Everybody
screen for me.
Everybody around here, Bumps, Rich the Factor, came up on it and all that. Shout out Rich. They don't know a lot of the collabs back in the day. That was Rob Wonder on the beat. The underground scientists. If you listen to the tags, some of Rich's shit came from the hometown production. Rob Wonder. He did a lot of work, a lot of promotion work with them, and he also is a OG in the game that you can go in and talk to, and he give it to you raw. He ain't gonna put nothing on top.
Shout out to Rob. He took care of from the ground up flyers as well. So
hey, that's what's up.
And I told him then, like, because we talked, you know, I create a little stir from time to time.
Straight up.
We talked about that.
Yeah,
and we kind of chopped it up. So shout out to him as well. On the mainstream, is there anybody who you want to collab with, producer and artist as well?
Man, you know what's crazy? I never really was into Meek Mill along his jeopardy because we really didn't do the East Coast thing. Jim Jones then was always rocking to the Hounds, you know what I mean? When they came out, he was like a West Coast, East Coast nigga. But I like what Meek doing. You know, he's showing more than just he's being a mentor in the game. I would like to work with, if it's that high up there, I would like to work with mentors versus making the sound good at the same time getting something out of it that I could bring back to my city. So like that, and man, I had another one I was just thinking about. Yeah. Hey, Boosie. I never really
Boosie come through quite a bit.
He do.
So
the town been hype on Boosie since day one. But at that time, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We grew up in that banging era, bro. So it was like we was rocking shit like Sebo, all of that Brother Lynch shit, and just all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That Spice One, anything you could think of that was gangster, we was on that. So it's like we really didn't have time for, you know, to be categorizing all these different. We did. We fucked with the South and all of that. But like the East Coast shit didn't really just scream too well. And the Boosie shit, I just really wasn't on it. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of just up tempo back then. When he got out of jail, the shit that he been through, it's like, okay, he kind of mentoring now through his projects now. It's hitting you right here more than before. If you let me tell it, more than before, it's touchy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't even know he did a blues cafe thing. Did you see that?
No.
I never seen it till the other day. It's a blues cafe. The whole production is blues. Like it's not just called that. You can hear the quarter machines in the background and shit. And he just sing blues the whole album.
Shout out to Boosie because he got on them. Speaking of them rap snacks, what you mentioned that on one of these songs.
Come on, man. I deserve my face on a rap snack.
Yeah. Boosie got a rap snack. The motherfucking chips is hard.
I was eating them and that remained the same.
Okay, there you go.
A little spicy.
Hey,
Louisiana, you know what I mean?
Nice
shout out Louisiana, my grandmother.
What about a producer? Is there a producer that you want to...
Up there?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Production-wise, Of course, L.A. Mustard slap. June on the beach slap. You know, man.
Shout out to Cardo.
Come on, bro. Thank you.
That's
disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Cardo, that's the Cardo got wings, right?
Yep.
Easy. That's like that, bro. He remind me of SC a little bit. Come on now. Some of the productions.
They bring them real, and he works fast as fuck. It's crazy.
And his shit clean.
Yeah.
I've been checking out Cardo. That's the next step. I'm
there
coming.
You go.
Yeah, I'm coming.
That's a wrap up on the first episode of Track Record.
Yeah.
But before I'm gonna let you get an outro out of here, but Polly's Production Studio B, you can get 2-hour block of podcast time in room. You can get the room only for $35 for 2 hours, or you can get a whole setup for $50 in 2 hours. So 1119 West Douglas, 613-3755. Book an appointment. Make sure you get over to arrowfilms.com, kindofamouspod.com, or go to facebook.com/kindofamouspod. Track Record. We're gonna have some video to go with this episode.
Man.
This has been a good one.
Shout out to the Dub K, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me everywhere.
Now, I'm gonna leave people with some recommended EIGHTO listening. So wherever you stream music, you can go get these songs. Rap Is My Only Hope. I fuck with that heavy.
Easy.
Suwoo. That's 100% my favorite song that you ever made, just because it's just
crazy.
It's simple. Everything's is on point. That's like
see him
one of
do
the
that
top
drive
tier
by
records.
at the end.
Huh? You did a video for
that
it?
drive by at the end.
Okay, I need to see the video.
Nah.
Oh, at the end of the song. Yeah.
That Doughboy.
Yeah.
That hop out that Doughboy.
That was hard too. And then the last one, you got to get the classic. You know the classic. The classic EIGHTO record.
Oh man, come on, man. We talking about for the ladies or that G shit?
Nah, we talking
no matter
about
where.
There we go.
Come on.
No matter where we go.
Yeah.
So look at for those 3 records.
Oh, easy. That's gonna pump some life into you.
And we're gonna link it in the show notes. The 3 songs that I recommend EIGHTO. Is there any songs that you want them to get to of yours?
Hey, log in. The next one gonna go to the next one. Keep listening. Do that for me. Check me out. We got one on the way too, man. Like I said, this project gonna consist of a lot of features. Made Man of the Underworld. That's what I'm pumping. It's that next project, Made Man of the Underworld. Look out for it.
Anything you want to leave them with? I know you got a new venture that you jumped in.
Check out my new venture, WSP Mobile Car Wash. That's We See Potential Mobile Car Wash. You could check it out. Basically, it's like the Uber of car washes. You go on there, book the time and date. I mean, if it's 1 o'clock, you got lunch break. Take some time out. It'll pull up at your job, your doctor's appointment, wherever it is, your lawyer's office. It will pull up and spray you down and vacuum you out, wipe your interior. Nice van, everything's wrapped. It's like the Uber. You got Uber Eats to bring the foods to you. This is the Uber of the car wash. It brings the car wash to you. Staff will come out, wet you up, get you done.
Any lasting words you want to give to people?
Everybody stay focused, man, in my city, for real. I see it going back doing like this. Everybody stay focused, stay positive energy. Like that's very important. Somebody see you doing it, it's just like a relay, somebody else gonna pick up on it. You stay negative, everybody gonna pick up on that, so let's try to stay positive, get a youth some hope, get to the bag, get to the money. I don't give a damn what you doing. Make it stack. Money management, get them credit scores up and shit like that. Yeah. Drink water.
Yeah. I appreciate you doing the debut episode, first episode of Track Record. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I knew I couldn't do it until I finished other projects because I got so much shit going on. But I was like, I gotta have EIGHTO. We had a couple mini conversations.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to really chop it up with him about the music. We got to do a real chop up about everything else we've been avoiding.
Yeah, hey, I got a lot of that history for y'all, man, for real.
And we're gonna get to it. But this has been Track Record from the I'm Kinda Famous Podcast Network and from the ground up. Thanks for listening.
Ready.